Hello YouTube, I'm back. On today's episode, I'm going to do a cheeky little Q&A as well as an unpack with me because I have had my Cardiff Sports nutrition order come through, show little bits that I picked up and so you can get to know me a little bit more. Keep on watching, let's get to it. So because at the moment I am on my photo shoot prep, I do pretty much have the same meals every single day. So I do like to add a little bit of variety into my days by changing up my way. So I have decided to go with two different flavours from Perform. If you've not heard of Perform, their flavours and the variety are... First up, we have... Everyone just bangs on about this flavour. I mean, come on. Caramel biscuit, basically like Biscoff. The tub is huge. This is a 2 kilo tub because Biscoff is life. If anybody's interested in the macros, if we're going to go by 30 grams, it is 1.6 grams of fat, 3.1 carbs and 21 protein. Another Perform way, carrot cake. I mean, who doesn't love carrot cake? Who doesn't love cake? Just going to check actually. Okay, so they're basically the same. The only difference is this one is slightly higher in carbs. So this one is 3.7 for 30 grams and the other one in the caramel biscuit is 3.1 grams of carbs. I needed cream of rice, so I have ordered the CSN Subs cream of rice and this one is in caramel white chocolate. I've ordered this before, but I normally have it in a bigger tub. This is the 1 kilo version, so I've ordered a slightly smaller one this time. If you don't know what cream of rice is, it's basically an alternative, I'd say, for oats. I used to be the absolute queen of oats. Honestly, like the more water and stuff that I could fill in them just to absolutely bulk them out, the better really. I found over the last few months having like digestive issues, etc. So this cream of rice does help as it's a lot easier to digest. Think of the formula as like baby rice. It's the same kind of thing really. So you add water. It always says on the back to add with boiling water from the kettle. Like I don't do that. I normally fill a hell of a load of water in a bowl, stir, microwave. Maybe I'll do like a tutorial like one day, but yeah, I have that. You can get it in different flavours. This one is caramel white chocolate, but I tend to have a more plainer version of the cream of rice, and then I like to add my flavoured ways just to give it a little bit more flavour. But the reason why I've had a smaller one is because I had this box from them, which is basically like a multi-pack of like all different samples of the different ones. So I'm going to show you which ones I've got. Ugh, I knew I should have brought scissors up here. I shouldn't use my nails as tools. I know my nail tech will shout at me, but needs must and all that. Isn't it funny when they always put like random stuff inside to try and keep it all like not damaged? Okay, so ooh, I didn't think there was this many. Oh my god, they're all falling everywhere. Ah. I can't even like get them all on camera, I don't think, because this is just like ridiculous. So we have 1, 2, there are 16 different flavours. Oops, so many that I'm dropping them all. So have you tried the CSN cream of rice? Let me know in the comments down below please which your favourite flavour is, because I've actually only tried their caramel white chocolate, the one that I mentioned earlier to you. Let's have a look at these. We have got vanilla, cinnamon gains, maple syrup, jammy biscuit, milk chocolate, birthday cake, maple bacon. Maple bacon?
That's
sounds
weird.
So random. Strawberry and banana, cherry bakewell, apple crumble custard, buttered pancakes, salted caramel, blueberry muffin, caramel white chocolate, which is the one that I tried before, lightly sweet, raspberry and milk. So those are the flavours. We'll let you know how I get on with them. Q&A. Let's go. I did actually ask for some questions to be submitted on my Insta. First question, I'm just going to look over here because my laptop is here with the questions. So In prep for your photo shoot, do you need to follow a set meal plan or can you track macros? Okay, so if you didn't know, I am currently prepping for a photo shoot, which is going to be taking place on the 19th of November. It is a new fitness goal that I've kind of set for myself. Working with an online coach, Christian Chapman. I've worked with him now since the start of this year. However, this is a new challenge for myself. I just wanted to push myself that little bit further.
Wow.
And yeah, hopefully have some fantastic photos at the end of it. During the whole sort of process anyway of working with Christian, I've always followed like a set meal plan that he's given me. It does have the macros on the side as well, so if I want to swap it out then I can do. However, I feel that following the same meal plan that I have done just makes life a lot easier. For example, as I was saying earlier, with the oats not really agreeing with me as much, at least I know with cream of rice that does. So I just prefer to keep everything in like exactly the same. And I know to a lot of people that does probably sound really boring, but I kind of view food more as like fuel for what I need for like my trainings and obviously just general day-to-day function, which I imagine is going to get a lot tougher kind of nearer the time, but cross that bridge when we come to it. All includes foods that I enjoy anyway, so I don't really see it as being boring or like I dislike it or anything like that. I actually enjoy it and I really look forward to my meals. I eat like 5 full meals a day, so it keeps me satisfied. No doubt again that's going to be cut down, but again, I didn't like just set myself up this challenge for no reason. I wanted to push myself, I wanted to challenge myself, so yeah, we'll see how that go. Next question. How long have you been training for? I first started the gym in 2011, I think, but I was that typical kind of girl who would go to like back-to-back classes. So I'd do Les Mills, body combat, followed by body pump, followed by LVT. I'd do step, like literally bang 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 bang, all just classes. And then I thought, oh, maybe I need to like run on a treadmill, so I'd do like about 10 minutes on there, then I get bored, and then I go like to the rower, and then I go on the cross trainer, and then I go back to the treadmill. Like I just did not have a clue. And then I met a guy who was trying to be a PT at the time, and he was like, do you want to come to the gym with me and show you how to like use weights and stuff? So I kind of got into that. At the very beginning of when Joe Wicks, the body coach, kind of came onto Instagram, I followed his plan, and yeah, that's when I just thought I was like an expert in weight training. Fair though, I did actually learn quite a lot from him, but obviously it's all very restricted to like the use of like dumbbells. I developed my knowledge in terms of like various training techniques such as like supersets, giant sets, GVT. Didn't really know much else. A lot of like trial and error and stuff, but then I would say probably when we went into lockdown and then actually like coming out of it after, I was like, you know what, I really want to kind of level myself up and properly train. So yeah, I'd say really since coming out of lockdown. And then I'd say particularly more so when I acquired Christian as coach, just because of course like I knew like how to, you know, use weights and train, etc., but he showed me like the way to most optimally use weights and various training techniques. My upper body, like it was really not really developed that much, to be honest, when I first started with him. Obviously as time has gone on and lots of work on delts because I said I wanted to bring those up. Everything's just improved, and the glutes, I can't forget the glutes. Obviously like anything, like Rome wasn't built in a day. Like you're never going to get to your kind of end goal sort of straight away. Everything's always a learning curve. We're always progressing, moving forwards, improving, etc., learning from others, and that's why I think it's really good to be around different people as well, and just like networking, like get talking to people, like learn how they do things, watch them, get them to give you like demonstrations and things like that, or even look at your own form and see. But yeah, totally gone off subject there. Mainly end of lockdown to answer that question. Next question, are you single? And if so, are you looking to get in a relationship? Now, firstly, I just want to say, why is it that when you get to a certain age, so i.e. I'm 30, there is so much social pressure in terms of being in a relationship, engaged, married, kids, etc., There is no set point in your life where you should be at a particular point, even though society will tell you otherwise. That's one thing I want to put out there, and something certainly I've realised since turning 30 as well. It's really mad, like if you are 30, I'm sure you can relate here. You get these big realisation moments. A lot of what society says is a whole load of like, it really is. You know your own mind a lot more, and you also know what you want, what you don't want, what you are definitely not going to settle for. Also, you find your inner happiness. So for me personally, like, I just feel like I'm in a really good place at the moment. I'm happy in terms of just everything. That's why I'm in the position that I'm at the moment. Like, of course, like obviously if I was to meet someone, then that would be amazing, but it's not a matter of I'm trying to put myself out there to make me happy. Like, I am happy within myself. So if someone was to come along, I'd want to make sure they're firstly the right type of person, and second of all, a kind of person that's going to add to my happiness rather than give me happiness, if that makes sense. And I think that is really important, because a lot of people do get themselves into relationships for the wrong reasons, or they just kind of settle, and I've not been single for so long to just settle, I'm sorry to say. And that might make me come across like so horrible, but if you're on my vibe, you're on my vibe. Oh my god, so embarrassing. I want to be with someone who is like hardworking, driven, dedicated. Yeah, I mean, obviously if you go to the gym as well, it's going to help because it's a massive part of me. I mean, obviously the aesthetic side of that is going to be a bonus, but I'm not really that shallow. Who am I kidding? And the thing is as well, like, I'm quite a busy person. This person has got to respect and understand that I am running my own online coaching business. I have a part-time job. I'm also prepping for a photo shoot at the moment. Like, that is a lot of hours in the day taken up. So if you don't understand that, then
ain't nobody got time for that.
You gotta go. Next question. Not a question, just wanted to say you're smashing it and it's really great to see. You're really inspiring. Oh, thank you. That is really kind. And it does actually make me proud, to be fair, because when we were in lockdown, I was really not going through a good time at all. Even though I said to myself, like, in my head, I was like, this is not the be all and end all sort of thing. Like, I know things are going to get better. And it took me a lot of time and a lot of personal things to like work through to get me to where I am now, really. And I can genuinely say, like, hand on heart, I am really happy right now. And yeah, it's just like really refreshing, especially as well because obviously I'm not happy myself, but approach me and say really kind things like that towards me. It is really fulfilling, so thank you. And I'm really glad as well that like it's making an impact on others, which, you know, is always a bonus. Okay, this is an interesting one. Do you ever wish you didn't have to keep up your image and you could eat whatever you want and be lazy?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Okay, where should we start off with this one? Well, could eat whatever you want. I do anyway, really, because what is in my meal plan are foods I like. Like, if I didn't like it, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it. So simple as. Obviously, I'm eating for a goal at the moment, so at this moment in time, like, I'm not going out for kind of like social food. Not that I really do that much anyway, and even like with takeaways and stuff like that, I don't really have them generally. Obviously, like for going out for like social kind of things, it's not happening. Alcohol, I'm not drinking, but again, I don't really have that. It's only really on sort of like special occasions, so I don't really miss it. Eat whatever you want and be lazy. Well, I'm not really a lazy person. Like, I actually find it really difficult as well to switch off. So, you know, for example, come like a weekend, someone would have like a big lie-in and then they might just binge watch Netflix all day long. Like, I am not that type of girl. Like, I really, even some days, like, you know, when you're not very well, like you're sick and you're ill and you can't move, I will still try and find things to do because that is just the way and yeah, so I don't think I could ever really be lazy. Do you ever wish you didn't have to keep up your image? This is just me, like, this is just who I am. Like, we're obviously all built different, but what I do on a day-to-day basis, like, it serves me, like, I enjoy it. So like I said before, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. So I don't know if that's the answer that you were hoping for from that, but that is my answer. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, come the end of my photo shoot prep, I am going to have whatever I want. But you know what? I'm not even in a position at the moment where I'm craving things. Like, it's all good. But I am quite early on in my prep at the moment, so maybe that would change nearer the time. Yeah, I need to really good think of that as well, actually. Because of course I'm going to have like starter, mains, desserts. I love having dessert. I'm a bit of a sweet tooth kind of girl. So yeah, that needs to be really well planned, and especially as well because I've done it. So photo shoot is 19th and then my birthday is 22nd. So I've deliberately done that. And you just know as well, like November is when all the best foods come in because it's near Christmas. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Can't wait. Next question. Are you into podcasts or do you only listen to music? Oh my god, I absolutely love a podcast. I'm going to put some here of the ones that I listen to because I listen to at least one podcast a day. That will either be during my cardio at the gym or when I go out for my walks. I'm quite like a deep thinker and I love to hear like different people's views and opinions on things. So that's why podcasts are just amazing. I just love them, like they're just so good. Of course, yeah, I listen to music as well. I listen to all sorts, like dance, house music, hip hop, R&B, some pop music. I'm not really that fussy, although I'm not really that keen on rock music. It's a bit scary. Next question. If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh no, this is just so hard because...
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, so favourite takeaway would be pizza, of course. But I love sweet things, particularly chocolate, donuts, cookies.
I love it.
Like pancakes, waffles, like what the hell? Or like a brownie with like some nice ice cream on the side. What was your favourite age growing up? See, I don't know, maybe like 7, 8, so that would have been like early 2000s. And you had like all the best like role models. You had like all the best TV shows. The It Girls, you know, you had like Lindsay Lohan, the Olsen twins, Hilary Duff. Those were just the days. I mean, I know the whole like Y2K trend is coming back now, but kids of today though will just never know. Next question. When you were a kid, did you eat the crusts on your sandwich or not? Yeah. And I was told that's why, yeah, I had, because my hair, I mean, as you can see, it's relatively straight. I mean, obviously we do have straighteners these days. When I was a kid, like, it had like a bit of a kink to it at the end, which I think it kind of does a little bit sometimes, maybe, I don't know. You know, like that whole like old saying of like, oh, if you eat the crust, then your hair goes curly. I was listening to that too much. What activity instantly calms you? 2 for me, I'd say. 1 is if I go out for a walk, and secondly would be meditating. Honestly, just getting yourself outside, like fresh air, getting outdoors, having some movement, like there's just no better feeling than that, and I love it as well. Like, I just love being out in nature as well, especially in the summer, but it is nice in the winter, don't get me wrong, but I'm just really not a fan of like the dark evenings and dark mornings. Obviously summer, it's nice and bright, makes you feel good, the warmth from the sun, it's like, oof, yes. You know, like just when the sun just beams down and you're like, does that not make you feel good? And everyone's like, morning, morning, hello, when you go out on a morning walk. I mean, you just don't get those same vibes in the winter, do you? I'm sorry, but you just don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Meditating, again, I only really started doing this properly during lockdown, and it's been an absolute game changer. So I only do like 5 minutes on a morning. I just feel a lot more chilled and just ready for the day and prepared. Whereas if I don't, I do notice a drastic difference to the way I am throughout the day. I also feel a lot more organised as well. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it does. What's the first thing you'd do if you won the lottery? Hands down, get on a plane. I've always wanted to go to America. I've never been, so I'd love to do like a touring holiday. That would be pretty cool. And then I'd do like a cruise around the Caribbean. Like, why not? I have been on a Caribbean cruise before, and I have been to a few places in the Caribbean, but I mean, I could just go for like months on end, couldn't I? It just wouldn't really matter. Okay, next question. What annoys you the most? Have you got a big enough piece of paper?
That's not true.
Main thing for me is when someone nags you. I mean, proper on your case, harping on at you, especially when you know exactly what you need to do, and yet someone is in your ear, nag, 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 on your case, on your case, on your case, on your case. Like, I don't need it. Like, the more you do that to me, the worse I'm going to be at whatever it is I'm doing, because you're just pushing me. You're just pushing my buttons. You're testing my patience.
I've had enough.
So do not get on my case, especially if I know what I'm doing. No, thank you. Okay, next one. How do you motivate yourself? You always seem like you're really working hard all the time. I just can't be on that level. Okay, well, first of all, thank you if you think I'm on whatever type of level that is. You need to like think of whatever it is you're doing, like, why are you doing it? Like, that is the number one tip I can give, like, why are you doing it? Because if you don't have a reason, or if you don't have a big enough reason, the chances are you are going to slack off. For me personally, so for example, like with my online coaching, that is something that I wanted to do for like so long. So my why is that I want to do something for me. My hard work, my efforts, etc., it is all going for something that I'm going to benefit from. Well, not just me, to be fair. Another reason why I want to do like online coaching is because I know it will have a positive impact on other people's lives. Like, I've been through people's pains and their struggles and things, and that's why I don't want other people to go through the same. I want to see people happy. If I can help do that, then of course I want to do that. Like, that is the whole purpose of me going into that. Not only that, is because I realise being in the corporate world, the typical 9 to 5, not always appreciated, and your views and opinions are not always listened to, let alone even have any input. So I just kind of felt a lot of the time like, why am I even putting this effort in, this hard work, if it's not even getting anywhere? I'd rather invest that time and that hard work and put it into something for myself, and actually look back and be like, you know what, Jade, you've done something for yourself. Be damn bloody proud of yourself, because I am. It does take big moves and pushing out of your comfort zone in order to get to that kind of place. So above all, you just need to keep going. Like, at the end of the day, do you really want this thing, yes or no? If the answer's no, then you probably shouldn't be doing it anyway. So why be motivated? Motivation is not a thing. Discipline is the one. Once you can learn and understand that and grasp the concept, you're well away. Do you believe what is meant for you will never miss you? I'm a really big believer in like law of attraction, and I do genuinely believe like everything happens for a reason. Like, your path is already kind of set up, like the way you live your life, it's already sort of predetermined. Take from that what you will, but that is just my belief. So especially like, you know, when things kind of fall apart to kind of like come back together for you, anything like that, it's all there for a reason. Like, it's all lessons learned, or it's there to kind of set you up for like something bigger and better that's going to come along. Like, I've always felt that way, and challenges and obstacles and things like that are there purely to just teach us things and to prepare us for what is actually going to be happening in the future. So definitely believe in that. Right, that is enough questions. I feel we've all kind of got a bit of an idea of who I am, what I'm about now. So that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for coming back if you are returning, and hello and welcome if you are new. Please like and subscribe and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.